deal with violence every day in the South. They didn't treat us like we were human. They treated us like vicious animals. Like they were always on guard, thinking that we're gonna do something to them while they were doing it to us. When I came to Nashville in 1960, I immediately sought out the people in the Civil Rights Movement. When I first went to the meeting, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Bernard Lafayette got up and said that we would defeat this evil system of segregation with nonviolence and passive resistance. I had never heard of passive resistance. I knew violence because you're raised to be violent. You know, if your mom and your daddy tells you somebody hit you, you hit them back.
I did not grow up being nonviolent. I had a very short fuse. It was very obvious to me that segregation was wrong. I had been raised in the church. My parents had taught me right from wrong, and I wanted to do something. I just wasn't sure whether I could be nonviolent.
I believed in protecting myself. And so to be now told that somebody's gonna slap me or spit on me or throw water on me and I'm not to do anything about it is against my human nature. So I had to understand why I had to certainly not give in to that impulse to defend myself.
May I have a cup of coffee, please?
Now, look, I don't want any niggers in here. I don't
Nigger, what are you doing in here? Don't you know?
The training that we did in Washington, D.C. prior to the time the black writers got on the buses was largely devoted to trying to see how the person is going to react.
Are you with this fella?
Why, yes, we're both interstate bus passengers.
Where are you from?
I'm from the United States.
The requirement for nonviolence was not that they believed in nonviolence. It was simply that they acted in a nonviolent way.
I wanted so bad to be a part of the movement because I hated segregation so much. I wanted to help change the system. I decided to go along with the program. So I joined the nonviolent movement.
It's remarkable that during the rides themselves, they remained nonviolent. There was an absolute ability to control themselves.
I did not believe in nonviolence, but it worked. We had to do it this way because we needed the sympathy of good-hearted white people who were on the fence, so to speak. And we needed the participation of whites. And when you see a black person being set upon by 4 or 5 whites, and this person isn't fighting back, it is easier to sympathize with that black person. If we had fought back, many of us would have been killed. And the small reservoir of sympathy that we would have had for whites standing on the sideline would have vanished.
This nonviolence thing fascinated people. The reality that it could bring about change and constructive change, to me, is what really was the difference and the ultimate impact of the Freedom Rides.
They understood that the only way it could be done in America is through peaceful methods. And the Freedom Rides illustrated that. The people who got beaten did not strike back. The people who got beaten did not have weapons with them. It was just a stroke of genius.